Kalalal Yahweh Shem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutation to the brothers out there pushing the word in truth and sincerity. We in that time of the ending of the year, well, the so-called ending of the year, going into the new year. The so-called new year, the world new year, I should say then. And really and truly, we, the people out there celebrating this how I should say it, as this holiday, right? This whole year going into the new year, they're celebrating this because if you pass by a church right now, right, you will see the church full, right? Because they believe that what going in church for the whole year, going into the new year is something good, and most of them that the only day they're going to church. And the only day they see in church for the year, right? So, but what they don't know is that what they're doing is actually celebrating other gods. The kids bursting fireworks, all these things that going back to idol worship, right? And these people going in the church in these harlot houses and filling up the churches, that the pastor smiling. Because he gonna get it, watch me. He gonna get so much money, he gonna buy a new Audi one time. So this is Colossians 2 verse 8. He said, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. He said, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Yahushai. Because really and truly, what the teaching is not the right thing, is not after Yahushai, not after the Messiah then. Right? Not after the Messiah, because really and truly, which are this newest thing come from? It never tell any Bible go to church New Year's Old Year's Day into New Year's Day. Never say that, right? It never tell you like kids light fireworks. It never say that. Matter of fact, the whole concept of this newest thing go back to an idol that called Janus, right? And this prove us saying this is an article on Wikipedia that it's a New Year's Day, so it's the original New Year's, right? So it's observed by the users of the Gregorian calendar, which is that calendar totally off, right? Say the first day of the Gregorian year, right? So celebrations, making New Year's resolutions, which so what the article is saying here, right, is celebrations making New Year's resolutions, which most people do because they will help the poor more, or they will do this more, I will stop drink, I will stop smoke, like them kind of thing. They making New Year's resolutions. See, church services. So just imagine that church services actually in celebrations for the New Year's. Hey, they really got to read over back that scripture, boy. See, that script, watch me. Say, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy, boy, because that whole New Year's thing is philosophy. Going to church on the New Year's is philosophy. That have nothing to do with the Father and the Son. That have nothing to do with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That have nothing to do with him. Like philosophy. Just imagine that. Right on Wikipedia, right on Google. What should they show in here as celebrations for the New Year? Say making New Year resolutions, church services. Say parades, sporting events, and fireworks. Just as I was saying, all the fireworks, right? So I go down a little bit. It's a New Year's Day, also called simply New Year's or New Year, is observed on January 1st, the first day of the year on the modern Gregorian calendar, as well as the Julian calendar. in pre-Christian Rome under the Julian calendar, the day was dedicated to Janus, right? God of gateways and beginnings, for whom January is also named. So this will show you the month January and all go back to our God, which is Janus, right? So you doing all these things, you actually celebrating Janus. Going to church on the New Year's, you know what you're doing? You're celebrating Janus. That have nothing to do with the Messiah. Right? That have nothing to do with the Messiah. And just let's click Janus here and see if we got a little bit right. The two head. With the two head. One is the old and one is the beginning. It's saying ancient Roman religion and myth, Janus is the god of beginnings. Just like how they say the new year is the new beginning, that is just exactly what it is. Say gates, transitions, time and doorways, passages and endings. So with the two end really represents a beginning and an end. You understand? Say he is usually depicted as having two faces, since he looks to the future and to the past. You see, it is conventionally thought that the month of January is named for Janus by according to ancient Roman farmers. Right? So really and truly that is that New Year's thing. Let's go straight back to Janus, which was a deity. We're not supposed to be worshiping other gods. But you know what? Hey, let's go back to the speech here with the New Year's. Again, celebration, making New Year's resolutions, church services. Let's imagine that. Hey, beware any man spoil you through vain philosophy way. And true philosophy and vain deceit. After the tradition of men, because really and truly that is the tradition of man. You grow up knowing that you grow up your father and mother teaching you that it's New Year's. So that what the tradition of men is the same way them grow up knowing that them father and mother teach them that. So all of that is the tradition of men, but according if you really reading this Bible, right? And following the father and the son, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you can supposed to be celebrating New Year's. Straight out. They have nothing to do with the Messiah. Nothing at all. Right? Nothing at all. Straight. Like, coach man. The churches actually be packed. This is the one day that the churches be packed out. Full with people thinking they're going on, Father, they're gonna cry tonight. The woman gonna cry tonight. A nice script on Ezekiel 8 verse 14. Right. She said, then he brought me to the door of the gate of the Lord's house, which was toward the north, and beheld there sat women weeping for Tammuz. So, tonight when I'm going to church, most of the women, they go and cry. And that Tammuz just go back to, what they have in the churches, like the Petia, the Petia, the so-called Mary and the so-called Messiah, that really, Saramis and Tammuz. So that who they is weep for. That who the scripture talking about, that who they weeping for. Right? That who all the women crying for in that church tonight, New Year's night, that who they crying for, Tammuz. And that who Ezekiel was seeing, that who Ezekiel was shown. Right? Or that goes, how they going that what they doing. And New Year man has nothing to do with the Messiah. So, this Jeremiah chapter 5 verse 19. And it shall come to pass, when he shall say, wherefore doeth the Lord our God all these things unto us, Then shalt thou answer them, like as ye have forsaken me and served strange gods. Because if you ask somebody who Janus is, they don't know. Right? Say, like as ye have forsaken me and served strange gods in your land, so shall ye serve strangers in the land that is not yours. You say, declare this in the house of Jacob and publish it in Judah, saying, hear now this, O foolish people. So the father telling you, hear now this, O foolish people, and without understanding, which have eyes and see not. Right? So they have eyes on them, but they're going inside the church, and you know what they see? They can't see that what they're doing wrong. They can't see what they're doing is worshiping other gods. You say, which have ears and hear not. They have ears on them, but it come like they're just deaf. You say, fear ye not me. Right? Because it's supposed to fear it's supposed to fear the Most High. Said the Lord, will ye not tremble at my presence, which have placed the sun for the bound of the sea by a perpetual decree that it cannot pass? Right? The Father put his sun there so the water can't pass. So you didn't fear the man that do that? You say, and though the waves thereof toss themselves, yet can they not prevail? So no matter how big the wave is, right? It still can't prevail our land. That sun. Though they roar, yet can they not pass over it? So all that noise and waves that we making in the beach, yeah, they still can't go pass over the sun. He said, but this people had a revolting and a rebellious heart. And that actually what Israel is. Because if you go in these churches here tonight, this Old Year's and New Year's night, you know who you want to see into the churches the most? Jakes. You know who you want to see lighting fireworks the most? Jakes. You know who you want to see eating all the ham and thing? Jakes. He said, but these people had a revolting and rebellious heart. They are revolted and gone straight out. It didn't have a God that Israel do worship. They worship everything. They worship everything. That's why the scripture say they revolt and gone. They straight out gone. So yeah, so that is why I just wanted to, just touch on that New Year's thing really and truly. Right? That the New Year's just really go back to the god Janus. That deity. So with that, when I say all praises to the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the brothers outside there, pushing the word in truth and sincerity. Until then, we say Shalom.